Welcome to the Practical Buddhist. Today's talk is about coming home and the use of affirmations. Coming home. What a comforting phrase. I often recite or use the phrase in writing, as in, I've come home and will always come home to my true Buddha nature. In those few words, I describe where the path has led me and why I have faith that I will be okay, safe, regardless what life throws my way. For me, those words are both comforting and reassuring. It affirms that I've given my life and my will to the care of my true Buddha nature. And since I was born with my true Buddha nature, I am indeed returning home, to my essence, to the core of my being, my humanity. I see things through my heart, not my mind, through the eyes of my unwounded pre-trauma heart, filled with positive energy and joy, the neutrality of my senses, the equanimity of my third eye, free of worries and concerns, full of faith. For those of you who have not accompanied me on my spiritual process, let me briefly make palpable this abstract concept of Buddha nature, of true Buddha self. It is your heart, your unwounded pre-trauma heart. That is something most people can wrap their heads around. In common discourse, the heart is often referred to as the source of purity, of innocence, of joy. Another way to make it palpable is through an avatar. For me, it was the photo of me as a toddler that came to me while I was meditating one day, and I knew right then that that was my true Buddha self. For a practical guide on finding your true self, see my book, How to Find Inner Peace, but I digress. One part of my practice that has been a great aid in enabling me to come home are the affirmations I recite every morning as part of my daily meditation practice. Reciting affirmations has two functions. They are very helpful at keeping you focused and thus grounded, not as easily waylaid by the ego mind. But their main function is their role in helping change the paradigms of your life, confirming your commitment and intent to walk the path and come home. I therefore suggest making affirmations part of your daily meditation practice. How does this work? Over the years, your ego mind has developed a way of reacting to situations as they arise. These emotions, judgments, cravings, or attachments have become your habit energies, your default reaction to what you experience. They have developed into habit energies because through repetitive use, your brain has laid down pathways, what are called synapses, which connect an input or experience with a particular output or reaction. This is why I often say that people are programmed to react the way they do. What you are doing by reciting affirmations on a daily basis and applying them, implementing them to your life, is laying down new pathways, new synapses, that will eventually become your default way of responding, not reacting, to events. I say eventually, because you should not expect this to happen overnight, or even within months. Remember, you are changing the habits of a lifetime. It takes time to change old habits. Henry David Thoreau identified this process years before science understood how the brain operates. Writing over 150 years ago, he said, "As a single footstep will not make a path on the earth, so a single thought will not make a pathway in the mind. To make a deep physical path, we walk again and again. To make a deep mental path, we must think over and over the kind of thoughts we wish to dominate our lives." When reciting affirmations, it is important that it not be done in rote fashion. Let me rephrase that. They may sound rote, but they must be felt deeply by you. They should express not just what you've been taught, but what you believe. And they should be recited with conviction. In this way, you are making the teachings your own. One important caveat. If you recite an affirmation that not even part of you believes, it won't work. Worse, affirming what you don't believe perversely reinforces that disbelief. So in choosing or writing your affirmations, it is critical that at least part of you can honestly say yes to your affirmation. You don't have to be there 100%, but it must be your intent, your commitment. I recite affirmations at the start of my morning practice because they create a mental environment that fosters deeper meditation and mindfulness throughout the day. And I do them as part of a walking meditation before I sit, because by focusing me, my mind tends to be quieted by the time I sit. It is thus a helpful bridge between daily life and sitting meditation. Often the recitation becomes a catalyst, making me aware that there's something I need to meditate on, to sit with, which is invaluable. This practice may be unusual, but I have found it very beneficial over the past 25 years. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, what follows are the key mantras I recite daily. One note: when I say I, what I'm referring to is my true self. My ego mind would never do these things. Breathing in, I'm aware that my life is exactly the way it is right now because it's just the way it is. Breathing out, I release all desire that my life be different in any way from the way it is right now. And so I'm happy and content, free of all frustration. Breathing in, I'm aware that all things are impermanent. Breathing out, I release all attachments, even to life itself, and so take joy in each passing moment, free of all frustration. I'm aware of the suffering caused by feelings and perceptions, and yet I know that they are all just a product of the mind, and so I say to them all, not me. And in truth, I know that I will be okay. I will be safe spiritually, regardless of what life throws my way, because I have returned home and will always return home to my true Buddha nature, my unwounded heart, and so be at peace and happy. I go to my true Buddha self, my heart. I embrace it and am one with it, and so I return home to my heart. I turn my will and my life over to its care, and so see myself and the world around me through its eyes, full of positive energy and joy, and the neutrality of my senses, the equanimity of my third eye. And so I am present. This is the only reality. All else is thought, conjecture. Aware of the emptiness of all five skandhas, I say to them all, not me. Note, here I name the most important feelings for me: fear, lack of faith, feeling I'm not worthy of love, and after each of them say, not me. Instead, I know that my true self is my heart, and my heart is light, love, faith, trust, compassion, humility, gratefulness, joy, contentment, strength, courage, and wisdom. And so I do not engage the skandhas, and instead go deep inside to seek guidance from my heart. Aware of the suffering caused by my attachment to emotion, judgments, and cravings, I know that they are not me. They are not myself, for myself would not cause me suffering. And so I say to them, not me, and choose to let them go, to not engage them, and instead return to my heart. Loving myself unconditionally, I open my heart and embrace all aspects of my being and experience, past, present, and future. Regarding the past, I embrace all trauma. Note, as I say this, I visualize key elements of my trauma and open my throat chakra, allowing the pain to rise up and express itself. And so, no longer repressed, my trauma is being healed. Regarding the present, I accept that my life is the way it is right now at this moment because it's just the way it is. It's all okay and will work itself out. Regarding the future, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. I have faith that whatever life throws my way, I will be okay, safe, because I have returned home and will always return home to my true Buddha nature, and so be at peace and happy. And so, nothing offends. All internal and external struggles cease to be. I know I have everything I need inside myself to be at peace and happy, and allow nothing to disturb my heart's peace and happiness. And so, free of mental obstructions, I experience all things directly, with dispassion, free of labels, free of the intervention of my ego mind, knowing that things are the way they are because it's just the way it is. And so my mind rests undisturbed. And so, true faith pervades my mind. I know again that I have everything I need inside myself to be at peace and happy. And at peace, I'm open to receiving all that the present moment has to offer. I'm grateful and find happiness in the moment. I know that I have nothing to prove. My only purpose in life is to offer myself and others joy. And all I need to be happy is to offer myself and others joy, to be in the company of loved ones and friends, to respect my mind, to respect my body, to be in touch with nature, and to live within my means. I observe myself and the world around me through my heart, not my mind, full of positive energy and joy, the neutrality of my senses, the equanimity of my third eye, free of worries and concerns, full of faith. And when my mind asserts itself, I say to it, no, and return to my heart. Finally, to borrow from an ancient Chinese poem, when faith and mind are not separate, and not separate are mind and faith, this is beyond all words, all thought. For here there is no yesterday, no tomorrow, no today. There is only the present moment. All else is thought. This is the culmination of the video series I began with the goal of Buddhism. I encourage you to watch the entire series in sequence. They can be most easily accessed through my website, www.thepracticalbuddhist.com. May you experience peace and happiness.